going to be more powerful because of Congress, because they are their PRP.
तो ये एक सियासी मतलब गद्दारों कहे जा सकते हैं इन लोगों को।
क्या होता कांग्रेस का गठबंधन?
और कांग्रेस
हारने के लिए उसको दे देते हम।
Hello everyone, you're watching News Epicenter with me, Maria Shakil. We are inching towards the big battle of 2024 and the journey will be via the critical state election fights of 2022. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is poised to direct the BJP towards a third term. But it doesn't seem the opposition is too keen of handing him another victory with the Congress at the helm. There is a newfound confidence among many regional satraps from Mamata Banerjee's TMC to the Aam Aadmi Party to expand their footprint beyond their bastions. And it seems the Congress base in other states is something they are keen to grab. Towards that end, no pitch has been more emphatic than that from Mamata Banerjee, who has rained fire on the Congress, blaming it for the rise of Narendra Modi and the BJP. Mamata is now pitching herself in a national fight against the BJP and leading the expansion drive with disgruntled Congress leaders. After clinching a third term in Bengal and defeating the saffron juggernaut, the party aims to overthrow the BJP in Tripura and picked up the Congress party's young gun, Sushmita Dev, on your television screens. It has pulled in top Congress leaders in the battle for Goa, where a former chief minister is now leading its fight, even making a pitch in Uttar Pradesh, with Congress leaders Rajesh Pati Tripathi and Lalitesh Pati Tripathi joining the Mamata camp. Congress MP Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary has lashed out at the TMC, calling it a party of traitors or gaddar. Those are his words. And the TMC was quick to hit back, saying that the Congress is the BJP's biggest insurance. Instead of attacking it, the TMC should be allowed to tackle the BJP nationally as they have the will and the ability. Beyond the Trinamool Congress, the grand old party's traditional allies are also losing confidence in it. Bihar is where the Congress pulled down the Mahagathbandhan, and ahead of the bypolls, Lalu Yadav stated that giving the Congress seats will only ensure a loss. No matter how much faith the party puts in the Gandhi factor, its national footprint is shrinking, with junior roles in partnerships, defections by top leaders and chief ministers is only in 3 states with ongoing turf wars. One got so ugly that right ahead of the Punjab elections, Congress veteran and former Chief Minister Amrinder Singh has exited the party and is mulling an alliance with the BJP. So are other regional satraps now convinced that to beat the BJP, there needs to be a new opposition party at the helm of the national fight? If yes, after 2 failed attempts by the Congress, who can lead the opposition? Joining me on the show, Sanjay Kumar, Professor CSDS, political analyst, Shama Mohammed representing the Congress, Anila Singh, spokesperson of the BJP, Riju Jatta, spokesperson of the TMC, and Ram Pratap Singh, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Shama Mohammed, the opposition is showing no confidence in the Congress party's leadership. Mamata Banerjee has been unequivocal in her criticism of you. Samajwadi Party doesn't want an alliance with the Congress. Lalu Yadav only recently said that Congress can't win elections. So shouldn't you let the regional players fight it out in their respective states rather than being this big brother where clearly others don't have the faith in you to be that big brother?
Let me just tell you a few things. On August 19th, on 21st August, 19 opposition parties met. Mrs. Sonia Gandhi invited them and they met together. And I remember clearly what she said, that is opposition parties, all of us should rise above our differences. And I recall very well that the TMC leader, Mrs. Mamata Banerjee, said that we should keep our personal differences aside, as well as the other opposition parties over there. Now, the election the TMC won the elections in around April, and they knew that we were not with them in that election, that state politics is different from national politics. After that, in the monsoon session, all opposition parties were together against what happened during the COVID time, the farm laws, anti-farm law, the farm laws which need to go, as well as the Pegasus issue. So there was opposition unity. Now, from that meeting to now, I don't know what happened with Mrs. Mamata Banerjee, but I do believe that state elections are fought differently and national elections are fought differently. And we have all seen that there might be differences, but let's look at what has happened. I mean, 200 seats, we are against the Bharatiya Janata Party. Let's not forget that. And I'm sure never have we said that
but
we
you have
want to
lost
be the
most
big
of these
brother.
elections.
We all are going to
from 2014 to 2019 and all assembly elections in between. Whenever you are pitched in a direct fight against the BJP, the Congress has lost, and that is what Mamata Banerjee and other opposition parties are saying. Shama, Riju Datta, the TMC has been called a traitor by Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. If this is how the opposition will be fighting among themselves, then how will you be fighting the BJP?
Thank you, Ms. Shakil, and please give me the courtesy of a little bit of time. See, our chairperson, Mamata Banerjee, and a lot of our veteran leaders are from Congress. But why did we leave Congress, and why did they all leave Congress and form a new party? Because Congress cheated them. Congress compromises with their commitment. TMC does not. And the bottom line here now is you have to see that Congress contested against Trinamool Congress in the Bengal state elections, and now they expect us to support them. Bottom line is, like somebody said, that this is an election for the country, for the country, for its constitution, for its people. And we as Trinamool Congress has a single point agenda of ousting the BJP. Now, in the last 7 years, Trinamool Congress has defeated BJP. 2 days ago, a BJP sitting MLA joined us in Tripura. And in the last 1 month, 6 BJP MLAs and 1 standing MP has joined us. Congress leaders have joined Trinamool Congress en masse throughout. Why? The reason is, everyone that is against BJP, everyone that is looking for a credible alternative is understanding the fact that Mamata Banerjee and Trinamool Congress is only the credible alternative to take Modi and the powerful BJP head on.
Okay.
Congress has lost its vision, and they have lost the vision to go
So
for
the
this
Congress
mission.
party is leaderless and rudderless is a
Can I
charge that is
respond to
coming
that, please?
from the TMC.
Can I
Yes.
respond to it?
Yes,
Can I
30
respond?
seconds.
Okay. So I just want to tell this spokesperson, because I can't see anybody, is that
Riju Datta.
you knew that we were not your alliance partners in April. You were with us in the monsoon session, all right? And you also came for the joint opposition meeting. What happened? Is it because the ED came after Abhishek Banerjee? We want to know the truth. What is it that why did you start going against us? Can you answer that? That is what. And we are not leaderless. We have a strong leader in Mrs. Sonia Gandhi. We have Rahul ji as well as Priyanka Gandhi. So we are not a leaderless party.
Respond. Riju, respond.
The quick response is
We are going very strong. Let's see what a difference Priyanka Gandhi has made right now in the UP. You will see that what is going to happen.
Okay,
but you must answer, why did you change your face? Why did you change your face after this?
Okay, fine.
What happened? What did the ED tell Mr. Abhishek Banerjee?
Okay, Riju Datta, please. Riju Datta.
Yes. My quick answer is, we have respect for Congress, but now Congress is no more a party. It is a bunch of
why did it change?
glorifying
now,
a family,
why did it
sitting in
happen
a rented bungalow and is tweeting to eternity. That is the problem. We are a party of
why did you tell it after
party
April?
with
Why were
street
you not
fighters.
telling it after April?
Listen,
That's the question I
Pegasus
asked you.
issue is a national issue. Farm
Yes.
laws is a national
Yes,
issue.
and
But apart from that,
the
your party is just glorifying the
strategy
Gandhis.
within
You're
the
not
parliament
fighting the
is different from
you are
fighting
not
it out
fighting the
outside.
bigger
So
cause.
I'm not
You
too
are
sure
nothing
if
against the
that
BJP,
change
you
in
are
strategy is
losing
something
against
that
You are
is
just
going to
glorifying
hold anymore,
the Gandhis.
Shama Mohammed.
You
Okay,
have to
shifting
understand
focus now
Gandhi
to
is not
others.
Congress is not Gandhi.
Others on the panel as well. Sanjay Kumar. Sanjay Kumar, is Congress really that credible alternative with all their allies now clearly saying that they are not? Do you think this churning will help opposition finally come up with that credible alternative who can take on the BJP?
It might happen, but that will take a very long time. It's not going to happen in 2024. Yes, there are states where regional parties are very strong, and in all those states where regional parties are strong, Congress has slowly and gradually, or in some states very quickly, has got eroded. The support base of Congress has eroded. and I don't need to waste time taking the names of the state. There are a large number of states: Bihar, West Bengal, UP, Andhra, and we can keep taking names, Tamil Nadu. So yes, there is a huge danger for the Congress. Congress at one point of time was the national alternative for BJP at the national level. Even, if we remember the 1998 election or 1999 election, the two Lok Sabha election which BJP Congress lost. But that Congress was the real challenges to BJP. I don't think that's the situation now. And the difficulty for the Congress is that Congress is slowly and gradually vacating their space for other parties to fill in. And the next round of assembly election might give some
but
more
Sanjay Kumar, are they vacating the space, or have they been pushed because the opposition parties realize that Congress is not in a position or doesn't have the ability or doesn't have the capacity to defeat the BJP, and hence they are realizing that rather they should just push the Congress out of the opposition space?
Both the factors. Congress, there's a weak leadership, and that has resulted in party losing elections after election. And as party kept losing elections, the faith of the regional party that Congress is no more an national alternative or can't be a national alternative, and the space is getting vacated by the Congress. That is why regional parties are trying to fill up this space, and they might do that very quickly, and we might get some hints of that in the forthcoming round of assembly elections.
Okay. Ram Pratap Singh, why is Akhilesh Yadav not keen to engage with Priyanka Gandhi at all? Just look at the kind of support that she is getting in her rallies. I mean, from Lakhimpur Kheri to other, recent political visits that she has had in the state of Uttar Pradesh, she is trying to create that buzz around the Congress, isn't it?
Thank you. I mean, we have learnt our lessons in terms of our alliances with other parties. And I will be honest and say that we have burnt our fingers in 2017 and then in 2019. So certainly we are not going in for any alliances with any of the other parties for the 2022 election. And I feel the time is just right now for a non-Congress and a non-BJP alternative to emerge out of a churning and interaction between various regional parties. And that is what is the need of the hour. And primarily because Congress has lost its cadre. If I were asked to give the single point, their base level cadre is missing. They may have very good optics in the national media because of some of their tall leaders. But beyond that, when you come to the grassroots level, there's nobody. And that's the reason that they have been losing one election after the other.
But Mr. Singh, are you not worried about the splash that is being made by Priyanka Gandhi on ground in UP?
I'm not. I'm certainly not. It's just, as I said, an optical illusion that happens every time she lands up in Lucknow or in UP, and she gets a lot of media coverage. But on ground, that is not translating into any conversion of votes. Okay. So till such time that they have a cadre to take it forward, it will not happen. Okay. And I don't think they are making any effort in that direction.
So you are saying you have burnt your fingers because of that UP ke Ladki experiment of 2017. Anila Singh, I know this is a conversation largely to do with the opposition parties, but it's not just the BJP which wants Congress Mukt Bharat. It looks like that Congress's own allies are now ensuring that there will be Congress Mukt Bharat, because Congress party leaders, former chief ministers are all jumping the ship and joining other parties. If they do not want to completely move towards the BJP, like of Jyotiraditya Scindia and Jitin Prasad, there are others who have moved, like Sushmita Dev moving to the TMC, or even Mr. Falero in the state of Goa.
My Ram Ram to everyone. And you're absolutely, am I audible?
Yes, go ahead.
Hello? Yeah.
Yes.
You're absolutely correct. See, nobody wants to go ahead and sail in a ship which is already sinking, and that is the reality of the great Indian National Confused Party, because everybody is so confused now that their allied partners, they have decided that since it has become so confused party, we are not going to carry on with this, and we are going to create some different all new fulcrum or whatever. I mean, they have started searching new ways or the path to go ahead, politically go ahead with. Because see, if you see the last elections also 2019, if we talk about UP, only 91 seats they scored. And in Uttar Pradesh, if we talk about like Uttar Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh rejected do ladko ka
saath. So Anila Singh, then in that case, you will be saying that your primary challenger in the coming elections of 2022 is Akhilesh Yadav.
In today's date, definitely, Akhilesh Yadavji's party is doing the major role of opposition in Uttar Pradesh. Miss Vadra has lately come up and she's giving lots of photo ops, and media is loving that. So she's getting some highlights.
So there is some kind of understanding here between the Samajwadi Party and the BJP as far as statements are concerned, that it's only about photo opportunities that are happening as far as Priyanka is concerned. Come in on this, Shama. Sharp comments coming in also from Samajwadi Party spokesperson here. And look at what Sharad Pawar, with whom you have a government in Maharashtra, has said. He has said that the Congress is like an old zamindari still reminiscing about its lost lands. Don't you think there is a lack of confidence, and that absence of confidence, you should let opposition parties or other parties rise to the occasion if you have failed to rise to the occasion?
No, let me make one thing very clear. The UPA, when we were the UPA under the Congress party, always respected their alliance partners. Now, what do we see with the Bharatiya Janata Party? Their oldest alliance partner was the Shiv Sena and the Akalis. They have left them. What did the Akalis say? We can't trust them. Shiv Sena called them anti-nationals. I mean, they were never strong words from any of our alliance partners. Let's not forget what happened in Goa. Goa Forward Party was dumped. MGF, which was in alliance with them, their deputy chief minister was dumped, and they took two of them and formed a party. What happened to Chirag Paswan's LJP? They used him in Bihar to win the elections, and they split the party. See, that's why that's what I'm trying to say. These people, Modi and Shah, just cannot be trusted. The alliance partners will understand that these people cannot be trusted. All these alliances were broken after 2019 because they use and dispose them. Congress party does not know that when we were the UPA 1 and 2, we almost had almost all our alliance partners.
No, right now it's the BJP which is in pole position. So it is BJP versus all.
Can be, so we don't know what's going to happen.
BJP versus non-BJP. Let's be clear that in the 1990s, what we saw, Congress and non-Congress, now it is BJP versus non-BJP. Now in that time, is the Congress really an alternative here? Yes, Riju Datta.
Of course, and let me tell you one more thing. Yes. That there was a gentleman who said that we are losing elections. Let me tell him we won many elections, but the government was formed by the BJP in undemocratic manners. We saw what happened in Madhya Pradesh. We saw what happened in
Madhya Pradesh. Let's be clear. In Madhya Pradesh, your own person left the party. Along with them, the MLAs went.
We know what happened. We know the money being used in Karnataka. It was clearly told by Mr. Yediyurappa. We heard the phone conversations. So let's not, I can go on and on about how MLAs were bought every time they tell. So let's understand these things. So these are people who use unscrupulous manners to win elections.
Whatever you might say,
in democracy.
Or Aam Aadmi Party might say, the Congress is still the most recognizable pan-Indian opposition brand. Let's not forget that in at least 10 states where the Congress vote share is more than 30%, is making it either the party of power or a principal opposition. Then where will the opposition parties such as yours, that is venturing into the opposition space, trying to have a pan-India presence, really make that splash in 2024? Or are you in some kind of 10-year plan that, okay, 2024 is gone, here in 2024 it will be Prime Minister Modi returning, let's plan of 2029 then?
Okay, Ms. Shakil, you made some very important points and I'll answer them one by one quickly. Number one, our plan is to defeat Narendra Modi and BJP in 2024. Let's get that very clear. Secondly, we have gone to Tripura and Goa. In the next 6 months, we are going into 5 different states. So it is only November 2021, come 2024, we will have a pan-India presence. That is your second answer. Now, the third thing I'll tell you, I think the Congress spokesperson was mentioning Goa. In Goa, they won the election. Then they lost all their MLAs to BJP. In Congress, after the draconian farm laws, Punjab and Haryana was gifted to them in a platter. And they have completely messed it up. And Amrinder Singh left Congress. So they should not, people who live in glass houses should not throw stones at others. They should introspect and they should come out of their slumber. What is Congress talking about? Again, I will say, the only tall politician in this country right now who can take on the persona of Narendra Modi and the BJP is Mamata Banerjee, and it's a proven record. Congress has lost its credibility and it's high time they acknowledge that and move forward by gaining some ground as long as there is time. Okay. Otherwise, they will be extinct.
Okay, 40 seconds to you, Shama. Respond to that. Yeah. You have to give it to Mamata Banerjee, compliment her that she has fought it very well as far as the BJP is concerned.
No,
Not
I
one,
want to
but also
ask the
ensuring,
gentleman,
but also
if you're
ensuring the
forming-
return of her own party men. That Mukul Roy and everybody, all of them have returned. Babul
Yeah, so
Supriyo,
they-
BJP MP returns. Rajiv Banerjee returns.
BJP MP did not return. He was there and he's come to this party. Now, whatever said and done, let me ask, I'm again going to say one more thing. Their TMCs come into Goa. I know personally, I've been visiting Goa. There's nobody joining much in the TMC. And also the people who have joined, Leander Pace and Nafisa from Calcutta. Why don't they take somebody from Goa? Because there's nobody ready to join them in Goa. They know the principal
Mr.
opposition
Falero?
party there is the Congress party, and the Congress party is going to win the coming elections.
Okay.
It is sure for the people of Goa. Number two, what I want to tell this gentleman, the spokesperson of that, I'm asking him again and again, why did Mamata Banerjee take this step after the 2000, when she won the elections, and why right now, what happened at this point of time? And number three, state elections are fought differently, national elections are fought differently. Now, alliance partners, there are no permanent enemies, no permanent friends in politics. You know that the BJP was tied up with PDP in Jammu and Kashmir, their biggest enemy. So when they want to use somebody, they use them, they dispose.
And I have to give 30 seconds to Ram Pratap Singh as well. Mr. Singh.
Right. So I would just reiterate and focus on the coming UP elections. And a lot is going to change after the results of the UP election are out. And
Okay,
we are
Mr.
quite
Singh, you know,
confident.
now that Mamata Banerjee is looking at making some kind of inroads also in UP, it may be, again, I've been
Right.
saying 10-year plan, but is Akhilesh
Right.
Yadav ready to do business with Mamata Banerjee, or is she also in a no-go zone as far as Akhilesh is concerned?
So we are having learnt our lessons. We are open to issue-based alliances. So if any organization or a political party, we realize that yes, we have some common issues for the welfare of the state, yes, we will go in for an alliance. Otherwise, not.
Okay.
And having said that, 2022 things will change in UP. You will see how Samajwadi Party is going to come back, and that would actually change the national narrative for 2024.
Okay, let me give the final words to Sanjay Kumar now. Sanjay Kumar, you heard the opposition party.
You are not giving me any chance to speak here.
Anila
You
Singh,
came
but
to
you
me
know,
only
this is
once.
opposition parties. This is the game that is being played in opposition.
No,
You
at
want
least, you know,
Congress
she
Mukh
accused
Bharat, even
that
their
Shiv Sena
allies
and
are
somebody
wanting
other
allies are turning adversaries. Sanjay Kumar.
I mean, I didn't get
Sanjay
any
Kumar.
share to
Sanjay
this.
Kumar. The question here is, will the 5 state results set the tone and tenor for 2024?
It may not set the tone for 2024, but it would certainly give an indication for which way the 2024 election would be moving and how Congress is going to perform in 2024, whether Congress is going to vacate the space for more regional party in other states, or Congress will be able to maintain its principal opposition space in many other states.
But sir, when you say vacate, or are they being forced to vacate, I would say? Because, you know, the fact that Mamata Banerjee is there in Goa for 3 days, Rahul Gandhi lands in the morning and returns in the evening. You know, it's even in optics, it shows the kind of investment that is being done by one party. And there's also an Aam Aadmi party, which is looking at Punjab, Uttarakhand and other states too.
No, when I say vacate, it's not the choice of the Congress that they are vacating the space. I think the people may be looking forward to other alternatives because Congress is not in a position to put up a decent fight. Congress doesn't seem to be, winning these elections. So in that situation, people would be looking forward to other regional, political party, other alternatives. And you've already named Aam Aadmi Party is trying to expand its wing in other states. That is being done by Trinamool Congress also. So if in these elections, Trinamool Congress or Aam Aadmi Party or both manage to perform well, I think they would move ahead in the direction of emerging as a national alternative to BJP in a much, much faster pace compared to what we are witnessing at the moment.
All right, Sanjay Kumar, always a pleasure to speak to you. Shama Mohammed, Anila Singh, Riju Datta, Pratap Singh, thank you so much for joining us. Of course, a story that is still taking its unusual shape and size because as far as the opposition space is concerned, it's very, very fluid. We really do not know who will be leading that space. The churn is evident. That's all from me. Thanks so much for watching.